All right, hello everybody, and Michelle. We got this part done, and now we're going to do the toe. So, on your piece of paper, you're going to write 1 through 10. And start with 10 first. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then make a dash. Like this. All right, on the 10, you're going to write 18, on the 9, 16, the 8, 14, the 7, 12, the 6, 10, the 5, 8, the 4, 6, the 3, 4, and the 2, 2. It's like that. Okay, so we're going to do a green toe. So you're going to add your green. Okay, and you're going to knit 10. So let me get the camera down. Okay. Move that over. Oops, it's stuck on my sewing mat. Get it so you can see it. Okay, knit 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm just gonna tie this a little to secure it. Okay. Then knit 2 together. And then knit 2. Slip a stitch, knit. Pass the stitch over. Okay, now you're going to knit 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. Knit 2 together. Knit 2. Slip a stitch. Knit 1. Pass it over and knit 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, turn your work, and you're going to purl this row, and then mark off your 10 and 18. Okay, once you have that row purled, come back, and you're going to knit 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, knit 2 together, knit 2, slip a stitch over, knit 1, and pass that stitch over. You're going to hear my bird. Now you're going to knit 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Knit 2 together, knit 2, pass a stitch over, or slip a stitch, knit 1, pass over, and now knit 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Turn your work. Mark off 9 and 16. Purl this row. Keep going till you get to the last row, and then I'll be back. Okay, you've done your last row 2, 2. So they have you doing it another way for ending. What I do is I knit 1, knit 2, knit 1, knit 2, knit 1, knit 2, knit 1, knit 2 together, and then knit and knit. All right, so that's the end of it. Get a plastic sewing needle. Okay. And cut your thread or your yarn. Give yourself a good tail. Where did I put my needles? Just took them out. Okay. And thread the end of that tail. Then come back and slip these on this little needle. And then just pull. All right. And then just kind of hook it in there. All right, now you're going to come back with another plastic needle, and you're going to start weaving. So you can start anywhere. Let's see. Okay, we'll go right here. Don't pull it real tight, but kind of just give it a little tug. And you're just going to weave these in. So just go, 4 or 5 stitches. And then come back a couple. And then kind of just pull it a little. All right, and then cut that off. And you're going to do this around the whole design. And I'll show you when you do when you have to add yarn. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then come back like 2. Stretch it a little and snip off that tail. Okay, where you have added some yarn, just make a loose little knot or just tie it. Look on the back or the front to be sure it's not indented. Okay, so then you're gonna try, you see these little loops. So you're gonna go in, like I said, not real tight. And then come back around and go through that first one, that first loop that you made. And then I'll just kind of go off there. Okay, so I'll do that again. Then just snip it off. So then I'll start coming downwards and I'll get a couple loops. And I always check my front. Okay, and then just kind of go back through that first loop that you did. And then just go off into another one. Okay. And snip it. Okay, with this type right here, you just have to, you can go up and down. You can just kind of weave in there. And then just hit another part of the stocking and weave it back. Kind of stretch it and snip it. Okay, with the eyes and the nose, because you have, don't pull this real tight or you're gonna pull the eyes in so they're really small. Don't worry about your sides right here yet. We'll use that when we sew up. Now, like I was talking about, like this side's not too bad. This side, it just stretches out. So I just get a little red yarn. Okay, and I'll make a couple weaves. Hold that there. Hold that. Then I pick up a couple of these stitches. And I don't want to pull it tight. Look on the front and you'll see that it's closed. So then just come back and weave in tail. And then the tail that you started with, just weave that in a few times. Okay, and then come back just a couple times. Stretch it. So that's how you weave in. If they're, you know, if they're close like this, just weave them down. You know, just go in between those weaves. Like I said, don't pull hard. You just want it enough to stay down. And you can come back up a couple. There. So get that done. And just check your front to be sure everything looks good. And then part 6, we'll do sewing it up and making the handle or the little hangy thing. Okay, I'll get this all weaved in and then I'll be back and we'll finish up. Okay, I'm gonna do the weaving again because you couldn't see what I was doing. Sometimes I just can't get this camera angle right. Okay, so anything that is up and down that you have enough room, just thread the needle and go in between those loops and then just come back down and then just go up and come out. Don't pull it tight. Okay, snip that. Let's see what else I had shown. Okay, right here where you added some yarn. Don't pull it real tight. Just kind of give it a little tug and make a knot. And then look on the front to be sure that it doesn't bump out. And then you'll see these loops. So just kind of go into these loops and don't pull tight. You're going to hear my bird. Okay. Go about 3 times in between those loops. Then come back and go through that first loop that you made. Look on your front. Okay, that's good. And snip that tail. Then come to the next one. And you can either go down here or, you know, you can go through these loops again. 1, 2, and 1 right next to it. Okay, and then come back up through that first loop. Okay, kind of stretch it out. That's good. Okay, and what I was talking about with the eyes again, don't pull this tight. Okay, with the eyes, just go across this. and just kind of weave it in. Like that. And I don't go back and stuff because it will get bulky. And I just kind of stretch it. Same with the mouth. This one, I just sometimes, if you can just go up a couple times and come back down. And then look at your front. Okay. And snip your tail. And then just keep going. And get this all weaved in. And then I'll be back. Sorry, the camera. I don't know, I moved it or something. But I just wanted to add this again.